What is really a Classic Plus experience? Is it more raids on level 25, 40, 50, 55? Is it maybe some additional mechanics, different difficulty levels of the same raids that we've already had in Classic WoW? Is it centered around endgame and daily quests and tons of gold that you're getting while you're leveling? Maybe it is there where you can find 3 times the experience. So all these things that I've just said were Blizzard attempts to soft launch Classic Plus with their Season of Mastery and their Season of Discovery, and in my opinion they're all very heavy misses. They just don't go in the direction where Classic is thriving and where it is the best experience, in the adventure, immersive adventure part. And in that way, what do you want to be even more, what do you want out of Classic experience for it to be even more immersive and for it to feel even more adventurous? You probably want more different parts of world that you can interact with, have quests in whenever you're leveling your alternative characters. Maybe and probably you want more variety in your classes, in your subclasses. You want to play as a balanced druid, for example, and not to feel like total crap, but still not one-shotting everyone. And you probably don't really want every single warlock running around in demon form, tanking a lot of damage or whatever they are doing there in SOD. You want more different dungeons on every level bracket. You want more different loot and things that you can craft with your professions. Just in general, you want richer experience whenever you're leveling your character, and then that being gradually presented into the endgame with some additional raids, with some new content, and not just revamped, or not even revamped, but like 5 difficulty types of Naxxramas. Wow, thank you so much, new content, Blizzard. So whatever I've just said, if that is what you're looking from Classic Plus, and you are either don't want to wait for Blizzard to release such a thing, if they even do it anyway, if they are capable to design something new, if they are capable to balance out things for them to not be overpowered like in SOD, but still be way more on par with each other, and not be like it is in true Classic, where you just have your warriors, rogues, and mages, and priests as healers. If you want all those things, there is one particular server that is already doing all those particular mechanics and systems, and they are expanding the game. They are making their own music for the locations. They are creating locations, dungeons. They are revamping classes so they would not be overpowered in the true Classic balance, but so that they will all be viable with different playstyles, with more tools to just in general play with. And you probably know the server that I'm talking about. I'm not gonna be advertising it itself, but it's just like, yeah, there are a lot of turtles on that Classic World of Warcraft server, and it is a masterpiece in terms of how you need to create a real continuation of a Classic World of Warcraft. This video I want to be quite fast and as descriptive as possible without going through all the details, but the guys there made more than 10 locations of their own with all the things that you are waiting from locations, with with beautiful background art that is in Classic World of Warcraft style, with the music that totally goes into that Classic vibe, with some interesting quest lines, with some interesting loot that you can get from those quests. So the variety and all those locations are scattered throughout your playthrough, so they're not all at level 60. There are some of them that are for level 20, 30, 40, 50, and etc. There are some additional dungeons both for leveling and in the end game, and they do have currently they do have 2 additional raids. One of them will be released in a very soon. Nobody is sure whenever it will be, but the patch itself and the client was already updated with it. They've just not launched the raid itself, so you still have time to play there, to prepare your character to go into that raid, and that raid is going to be, or if I am correct, it should be higher difficulty than Naxxramas. It should be like 3.5 tier or something like that. And there is already one raid that is below in difficulty from Naxxramas. It is more on par with Ankiraj, and it is Emerald Sanctum with Hyjal as a location that it is, as a zone where it is located. And just in general, the quality of everything that has been put on that server is just very good. You do have some additional social things, social systems that are presented in that game. There is a survival profession that everybody can get. It is an additional profession that will give you an ability to create tents that give you rested experience, and it was way before Season of Discovery introduced this survival profession is already in place for like 3 to 4 to 5 years on that server. So you may understand now where did Blizzard got the idea with the sleeping bag or whatever they've introduced in SOD. But just in general, those tents, they are quite often a community gathering type of situation, because someone places that tent right on the gates of your capital, and everybody gathers, gets their rested experience, and then go and play faster. And so there are such things and such mechanics that make this experience way more social. And there are a lot more control of both RMT carries, which are not allowed on that server. So you are prohibited from advertising any types of carries, be it experience, loot carries, GDKP, nothing like that on that server. And administration of server really can control all that market way better, because they are more dedicated. There are more support stuff on that server than on any Blizzard Classic servers. And just in general, the vibe of the server. So yeah, your economy, your community, the way how you get invited into raids, the way how you get invited into dungeons. There is inbuilt dungeon finding system that will not teleport you to the dungeon. It will just bring you in a group with other people that are looking for that dungeon, and you can of course still just manually whisper people. There is working hardcore experience that is way more balanced and way more true to its like nature. In hardcore on that server, you do not have an access to auction house. You do have special chat for people who are playing on hardcore, and you can trade only with people, trade and party only with people who are 5 levels higher or lower than you. So yeah, you only have this 10 level bracket where you can trade, and this makes every single item, every single thing that you create more having more meaning, because there are always people in your level bracket that need this thing and they cannot get it from the inflated auction house for 1 silver. That's why you are more incentivized to either find some good loot, find some good items in an open world and try to sell them, create your items with your professions and try to sell them. It is just a more immersive and non-carry. There is no potential for someone to carry their toon through dungeons with like good gear and or level 60 or whatever. There is just no possibility for you to do that, and that's what creates this more of a immersive adventure feel from hardcore if you're interested in that. But yeah, I guess 10 minutes is enough for this content. I would recommend you to play on that server. It is a very good taste of what Classic Plus can be and already is. They do have a lot of additional updates in future. They're constantly updating their class balancing and stuff like that, and I do hope that they will find more success. I do hope that Blizzard indeed will create something alike to this, where you are enriching the experience as a whole and not just trying to add some raids for level 25, 40, or doing multiple difficulties in Naxxramas. Thank you for watching. Hope you're having a good time. Bye.